It's Frank with the Morning Quick Shot, brought to you by Trade Stockers and NINZA Pro Traders. For the next 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to give you targets to the upside, targets to the downside, and we're going to look at the market profile, give you the overall big picture, which we don't want to lose sight of today. So as we look at the open at 2067 and a quarter, and the market made a move up to our overnight high of looks like 2071.75 at about 11 o'clock, 11:45 it looks like, and then we tested the zone and then pulled right back up, and we did a double top at the European Open at 2071.75, and then the market went through our zones, 24-hour VWAP, dropped through the opening price here, just a little bit consolidation to that area, and all the way down to our overnight low of 2060 and a quarter. So since then we have moved right back up to the open. We've tested it, failed it, and we come back up and test this 24-hour move up and looked right down into the zone. So we do have some news this morning. We have retail sales at 7:30, import-export prices 7:30, and business inventories at 9. So not that those are major newses, but we need to keep an eye on those and see what happens. So right now we're probably looking to do some consolidation in this area from 63 to this VWAP up here at 66. However, if we break this low here at 2063 and come back down here a little bit and close back up against this, maybe all the way back up to where this 24 VWAP comes down and rotates into here, look for the down movement to retest this overnight low of 2060 and a quarter. Now after that, we'll look for a little bit of retest. If we're going to be in a down day, it's going to retest this, come back up to where this 24-hour VWAP white line, wherever it meets, somewhere probably right around this zone area someplace, and test it. It might cross over just a point or two, and then if we're going to have a lower day, it's going to fail right back through, and then keep right on coming all the way down to this 2060, come back up for just a couple points, and then fail and head right straight down to this 56 area. Now we're retesting some lows from over the last 90 days, so we need to be real cautious with this. If the market gets into a big downtrend today, we're going to come down to this 56 area. We're going to come back up and at some point retest this overnight low of 60 and a quarter, and then right back down through here, possibly down to 54. Look for a retest of this zone right here at 55 and a quarter, and then right down into this zone at 49 in this area, 50 to 48. Now, I would say this is probably a good point for a possible low for the day and start looking for a rotation to the upside. We do have other targets down here to 41 where we know the market can tend, and then all the way down here to 2030. So keep an eye on the news and see what happens. Now, at any point when we get this reversal down there, just look for reversal and move into the uptrend mode and just have a good try to catch the reversal and move up. I'm saying right in here, we get a remove or a return back out of this zone. Get your stops in and put a couple points behind here and just leave them alone and just let this thing move up back up to retest all the way up to here. Come back into 57 and a quarter, and then push right back into the 24-hour VWAP wherever it has, and that could be right in this area. So watch this key area where we fail. It might push back down, like I said, right into this 57 and a quarter and draw right back up. We're going to come up test this zone this morning, probably around a 64 and a quarter, and look for it to come back down. And once it does, look for it to drive to the open. A little bit of consolidation in here as we move up to this zone, and then come back and retest the open and the 24 VWAP as it will have came down and rotated up with us. And now we're going to be sitting right here at this to look for the move up. Once we get into the zone and we've tested it, move back just what I said, look for it to move into the zone all the way up into our 71 to 75 area overnight high. Now watch for the triple top and what's going on today. Let's move this back a little bit. So after we reach this area, look for it to come back and retest probably towards the bottom of this zone, maybe even all the way down to this open again. And then if we are going to move to the upside again today, then it's going to take this move up into the 73, come back down, look to retest this area, and then we should have a good move right up into the top of this zone at 76 and a quarter. But you got to watch this real close. This 73 area, 74 is a real strong area in this zone area, so keep an eye on it. But if we can break through that, then we're going to move right on up into the next area of resistance, which is the 2080 area. All right, at the 2080 area, look for us to come back and retest this zone down into here with the move right back up if we can, and up into 82, 84 area. And after that, looks like next targets will be in the 90 area. Not likely to get there today, but that's where we could possibly go. So now that we've seen this daily movement, let's go back over and look at our market profile for the day. Let me do a quick workspace change here. Here we go. Now, as you can see, this was the move from yesterday, move all the way down into here. What we're looking for, the big picture is this is a 61.8 retracement off of this move. This was the 100% remove, and we took from the previous move, and like I said, we peaked this up here around the 7th, and we've been in a downtrend since then on a daily time frame to yesterday. Now, we broke through this zone here. We thought the low of yesterday might be in this area, and you can see it pulled all the way down to here and then back up, and we kind of tried to retest this 73, where there's a lot of volume in here, and it was also the 38.2 retracement, and a good bounce off of here would have indicated possibly the next leg up into this move, and that did not happen. So now we're looking for, we crossed through the 50% today, but let's take a look at this now. It went through it, but it hasn't closed below it just yet. So we've got to watch the low, the close for this 50%. Now, if it continues down today to this 57, 53 zone area here. It's kind of a 4 point zone because this is where volumes start stepping in this whole big range here. That's why I told you that big mess. That's all this area right here. It is also a key 61.8 retracement. So we would expect if we're going to get a good bounce, this is where we might get it, right around the 2054 area. So look for our bounce on the smaller time frame for the intraday trading at the 2044. Next move down for major move is the 42 area. So be cautious of that. So that sums it up for today. Keep an eye on the bigger picture, watch for your key targets, and have a great day trading.